Lake Mungo. If you already know, then you already know about Lake Mungo. The creepiest, most chilling horror mockumentary that I have ever seen. Lake Mungo is very believable, and therefore it is very easy to become emotionally invested in this emotional horror story. Released in 2008, it's presented as a true crime documentary. And this is very ahead of its time because true crime was not all the rage yet. For example, Making a Murderer wouldn't even arrive on Netflix until 2015. It's almost uncanny, really, how it predicted this new trend in horror entertainment. And it shows just how ahead of the curve writer-director Joel Anderson was when he made Lake Mungo. This film explores the strange events that preceded and followed the death of an Australian teenager named Alice. Its straightforward, almost understated approach sets the stage for several incredible twists and turns. Just when you think you have Lake Mungo figured out, it pulls another rug out from under your feet. Even the end credits might throw you for a loop. First and foremost, Lake Mungo is about grief and grieving. But if you dive into this rabbit hole, you'll get a lot more than that. Maybe even a lot more than you expected. Harbingers and premonitions of death, secrets, psychics, scandals, spirit photography and a sex tape, depression, deception, and desperation. Alice may have died before the movie even begins, but she takes control of her own narrative, and she gets the last word. So one of the strangest things about Lake Mungo is the film's writer-director, Joel Anderson. You see, this is the only film that he's ever made. After he did interviews for the initial festival run of Lake Mungo, kind of disappeared. He's since gone off the grid. Doesn't like to do interviews, is what I hear. Strange though, he's got every right to leave filmmaking behind and live a life of privacy, but Lake Mungo is so creepy and mysterious that it allows for some interesting speculations. What happened, Mr. Anderson? When you stared into the abyss that is Lake Mungo, did something stare back into you? Are you gone forever? Or will you return one day with more stories about a family named Palmer in a small town called Ararat that's just as intriguing and perhaps just as dangerous as Twin Peaks USA? Now, before you take the plunge, you want to beware your doppelganger and go check out Lake Mungo. You can watch it now for free on Tubi.